Welcome to On the Way to School, your 6-minute daily boost for educators and administrators. I'm Christopher S. Dennis, and today, let's elevate our journey together. All right, party people, welcome back to On the Way to School. And I guess we're gonna do another round of Wicked. I don't want to call it Wicked Week. We'll see if we have more topics to cover. But I want to pick back up again. Spoilers all around on some of the things that I took from Wicked and being able to watch it with my family and really just take it in. One, I appreciate the studio for releasing this film at this point of the year. For me, it's a time where I'm more reflective and able to just think a little bit. And I think it's pretty cool to have these kind of things where we can pull it apart. In fact, you know, our youngest, he didn't want to go watch the movie. He didn't want to go, but we made him go. And after it was over, you know, we were having this like conversation and debate about the characters and who we liked and who was who and who was what. And, you know, I had to just point out that, you know, it was like, hey, look, like Chance, look at you. You're sitting straight up, sitting on the couch, engaged in a debate about this movie, which means it got your interest. You feel well versed in the content to have a very strong, passionate conversation about this without, you know, screaming or yelling, because you were able to connect with the art. The art form spoke to you in a way that you didn't even know it was going to speak to you until you experienced the art. So I think one of the things that's really beautiful is that you never know what you're going to get from you never know where you're going to find the learning. The learning is everywhere. And one of the things that I love about compelling pieces of art, films, musicals, performing arts, visual arts, is that you are able to stir up something. And I really appreciate, again, the timing of the release of this film, but also, you know, what it was able to stir up in my 14-year-old son, who had no interest in seeing it, would have rather seen a action adventure with crashes and explosions. And to be able to see him activate and pull things out of him was really great. And so we ended up using the characters as like personality analogies. And, you know, so we were, of course, all cheering on, you know, the fact that Elphaba, you know, wanted to prove herself. She wanted to prove herself. And she didn't know she was ready, but she just took the advice of the guides, assuming that the guide had her best intentions at heart, and did all the work to be ready. But her natural ability was there the entire time. She did need a guide to understand that she could harness it. So while the guide had dual intentions for her, she did teach her how to harness her emotion in a way that it would allow her to realize how unstoppable she was. And I think that's emblematic of a lot of things that are out there. Like, if you can harness your energy into the right ways, you can really realize how special you are. But the fact that, you know, the intentions weren't always pure was really unfortunate. But once Elphaba was able to read the spell and realize, like, you're not honoring the power of this book, of this work, if you will. And she cared deeply. She wasn't trying to be in charge or win or be popular. She just really cared about her cause, which was the animals. And her caring led her to be compelled to take on the responsibilities, because it was about the people, it was about the animals, it was about caring. And I think as educators and administrators, we should revisit our calling and our purpose, because it's very easy to get into the programming of day to day and not get into the responsibility of caring. And not for everybody. A lot of people care. Most people do. But I think there's a level of accountability that comes with caring that propels you to do the things that have to be done that no one else is willing to do. And maybe they don't even understand that they have to do it because they haven't seen what you've seen. They haven't experienced what you've experienced. They can't do what you can do. And I think Elphaba's story was really important, because how many times have you been in a space, in a meeting, or in a situation where you have to push all of your capital to the center and, set the record straight? And that's a lonely place to be. That's a hard place to be. And you can't bring the walls crashing down at every moment. But if you know what you stand for and you're very principled in it, it's important to honor that. And I think we have students that we come across, we have colleagues that we come across all the time who are trying to acknowledge, like, hey, our mission says that we are about this. Social justice says we are about this. And when we don't honor that, then why do I have to continue to play this role as if we are honoring it? Sometimes you got to take a stand. So again, for day 2 of the Wicked reflection, 1, I love how art allows us to unpack and pull things apart and see things in a different light and use them to teach. And it's important to recognize where your line in the sand is about things you care about and being very principled in what you have going on. So yeah, I know I'm late to the party, folks, but I love this film. So can't wait to see more. And, I guess I got to go read the novel and go watch the original. So, but hey, hopefully you're having a wonderful day, and I will see you soon on the way to school. Thanks for joining me on the way to school. Stay inspired, stay motivated, and keep making a difference. I'm Christopher S. Dennis. See you tomorrow.